Most people assume they overthink raw food because they don't know enough. I don't buy that. I've seen people with textbook level knowledge of nutrition who still spend more time deciding what to eat than actually eating. The issue isn't your knowledge, it's your confidence in your choices. Right off the bat, let me ask you this. What if I locked you out of your kitchen right now? Would you still know what you're eating today? Take a second. Would you already have an answer or would you start scrambling for one? This is where many people get lost. Not when life goes according to the plan. When it doesn't, the goal isn't to find a perfect meal. The goal is to build your confidence as a vegan that survives real life. Before we go any further, I'd like to acknowledge that I've put the entire framework into PDF for you. So when one of those situations catches you off guard, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Open the PDF, revisit the framework, and carry on. You'll find it in the description below. When people struggle with raw foods, their first instinct is usually, I need more meal ideas. So they collect more options, and there is nothing wrong with that. The downside is every option can branch out into endless amount of decisions. What should I eat? Should I prepare something or should I buy it? That's fine when life goes as planned. But what if it doesn't? You stay longer at work, you leave home unexpectedly, plans change, and suddenly it comes to the moment when you realize your entire food strategy works only in one environment. This is why I don't build one specific solution. I build several. Let's start with the bucket you enjoy the most, home meals. This is where salads, smoothies, soups, and our sophisticated meals belongs to. The kitchen allows you to arrange literally everything in a way you want. But there is still one limitation. You don't live in your kitchen. Sooner or later, you're going somewhere, and this bucket alone is not enough. Let's straighten the system. The next bucket travels with you. Sometimes it's a salad, sometimes it's a smoothie, sometimes it's food that doesn't take so much effort from you once you leave the house, like pre-cut fruits in a lunchbox. This is where many people make life much harder than it needs to be because they're so convinced that food has to feel exciting every single time. I don't see it this way. During last May and June, when my schedule was pretty busy, I took mangoes and buckwheat sprouts to work for weeks in a row. I'm absolutely serious. The same lunch over weeks. And it still tastes amazing. The point is, you don't need to be original all the time. In fact, constantly chasing novelty is one of the fastest way to cloud simple decisions. Sometimes the best food decision is the one you've already made in advance. Now, you're covered at home, you're covered outside, but there is still one situation that catches people off guard. This is the bucket that gives me the most confidence. Emergency food. Food for the days when absolutely nothing goes my way. No preparation, no lunchbox, no carefully arranged meals, literally nothing. I'm not describing a horror movie, just real life. The trick is I already know my options before the situation happens. A great example is fruits combined with sprouts or greens. This combo saved me more time than I can even count. If you've been paying attention, supermarkets have been steadily expanding their healthy options. Recently, fortunately for all vegans, the market is changing. Notice what's happening here. I'm not trying to predict every circumstance. I'm removing the uncertainty because once the patterns are already chosen, I stop spending my energy on making decisions. I already know my next move. At this point, you're stop relying on your kitchen anymore. You're becoming resilient. This is one more layer that most people never consider. You used to have the kitchen and the supermarket on your fingertips. Now imagine they're gone, the environment around you too. During warmer months, opportunity starts appearing almost everywhere. Fruit trees, berry farms, wild greens. Of course, it depends on where you live, and of course, it's not something I would rely on daily. That's not the point. The point is how it expands the way you assess your vegan options. You stop seeing food through one narrow channel, and you start noticing possibilities that were always there. That's another layer of your confidence added to the system. Wherever you go, you'll always find the way out. Notice the progression. Home meals give you control. Portable meals give you flexibility. Emergency meals give you resilience. And the last bucket expands the way you look at food generally. None of those buckets are about perfection. They're about certainty, or situations, or answers. If I'm at home, I know what I'm doing. If I'm outside, I know what I'm doing. If plans change, I know where to pivot. That creates confidence, and confidence usually is the pin that clears out the mental space for making our decisions. You don't need more recipes, you need more defaults. If you haven't downloaded the framework yet, you'll find it in the description below. Keep it somewhere accessible. The whole point is to have an answer before you need one.